Hi, Craig Uranic here, and in this session I'll be covering section 4.4. We will be finding equations of exponential functions. So let's get started. Example 1 here is saying find an equation of an exponential curve that contains the points found in the table there, table 23. So let's go ahead and do that. Remember from graphing in the last section, we found out that the general form of an exponential function is right here. In addition, the a is the y-intercept and the b is the base multiplier. Now, what I want you to remember is whenever we are finding a y-intercept, which would be a in this case, what do we always do? We set x equal to 0. So in this general formula, if we wanted to find the y-intercept, we would set x equal to 0. Well, if we set x equal to 0, notice that in the general formula or the general equation for an exponential function that we would have this, f of x equals a times b to the 0. Well, when b is raised to the 0th power, it becomes 1. So therefore, the y-intercept, or the value of y, when x is 0, is just the a. And that makes sense because a is the y-intercept. So if we're given that table of data, to find the y-intercept or to find the a, all we have to do is find the value of y when x is equal to 0. We can read it right off the table. So a is equal to 3 because when x is equal to 0, y, or f of x, is equal to 3. So that gives us part of our equation. F of x then is equal to a, which is 3, times the base multiplier raised to the x. Well, recall, how do you find the base multiplier? Correct. As you move one point to the right with x's, you multiply the previous point by the base multiplier, and that gives you the next one. Well, notice from 0 to 1, our y values change from 3 to 6. They double. From 1 to 2, they change. From 6 to 12, they double. Then 24, double. 48, double. So the base multiplier in this case is 2. So the equation would be f of x equals 3 times 2 to the x. Now, if the base multiplier wasn't quite that obvious, notice there's another way we could do it. For example, we could go to the point 3 where x is equal to 24 and divide that by the point that is 1 unit before that, which would be at the point 2, which would give us a y value of 12. And notice that gives us 2 as well. So you could use either method, either just deduce it from what you see, or take a point and the prior point and divide them and get the base multiplier. So there you have the equation of the data in that table.